guys, this is Chris and welcome to the first video of a little series of videos where I'm gonna teach you exactly how to get fast and easy results with your online dating profile. And I'm talking specifically about Bumble and Tinder. And before we start, I actually wanna give you a little bit of a disclaimer, some things that you have to know before we go into the basics. It's that first thing is that this type of approach and this type of profile I'm about to teach you is not for everyone. It's not the type of profile that is going to get you thousands of matches. It's not the type of profile that will attract every type of girl. This approach fits specific personality types. I'm talking about you guys, and will only attract a specific type of girls. Again, it's not going to bring you thousands of matches, but what this profile, this approach is going to do for you is it's going to bring you quick and easy sex dates. And I just want to make that sure, do not try to portray someone that you're not. If you're not this guy that I'm going to describe in the following steps, and if this is not something that is congruent to your personality, do not try to portray that. If you didn't have that many experiences, do not try to portray yourself as dominant. Do not try to make your approach overly sexual, as this is very likely to backfire and be a waste of your time. If this is not the right approach for you, I highly recommend you to check some other of the hundreds of guides that there are online about how to do this. But now let's get down to it. So what is my approach? I personally like to screen hard. I have a girlfriend already, I have a busy life, I'm not looking for an emotional connection with those girls, I'm not looking for anything serious or anything long term. What I'm looking for is those girls that just want to have fun and are sexually open-minded. I'm looking for the most DTF girls. And one thing that I really don't like that guys very often do when they make their profiles is that they don't portray themselves as they really are. They give in the profile just a very false impression of who they are and what they want, and then they get matches. The girls that match with them are not really what they wanted to get initially, which can end up in a lot of unnecessary texting that is basically pointless and leads nowhere. And this can make you frustrated and can lead to you just wasting your time again and again and again. So my profile is made in a way that just does this screening for me. Again, it's not the profile, the mainstream profile or the normal or the like super cool guy profile that is gonna get me like thousands of matches. But what my profile does is it gets me few but very, very solid matches that are very likely to come to my place straight for a sex date without me putting much any effort. So in that instance, my profile does almost 70 to 80% of the work for me. So what does my profile look like? Now about my profile, the first rule is to keep it simple, minimal and straightforward, because this is the best way that works with this approach. And then there is three main elements that you want to cover with your profile. And those are what you are like physically, what you are like as a person, and what you are looking for. So you will see throughout my explanation of my profile how all those three main elements are covered by different aspects, like my photos, my bio, and some other things. So I'm gonna start with my bio. First thing, I start with my job, dating and life coach. I don't hide it, I'm shameless about it. It conveys people skills, it conveys experience with dating and relationships, and it hints at being empathetic. Second thing, I don't consider it that important. You guys don't have to include that. I kind of like to include it because some girls sort of consider my country exotic. I don't really know why, but I put my nationality there. I'm Greek. Third thing, again, it goes about showing what you physically are like. It's not about a specific height. It's not about like you're short or tall, or it doesn't really matter that much. But what matters is that you give them a true idea of what you are like physically. So I put my real height there in both feet and meters. For Europeans and Americans, doesn't really matter that much. And you want to be like honest there. You don't want to hide it. You don't want to be the catfish that everybody hates. You don't want to lie and then give, like, again, a false expectation, as I was saying before. And then I put 3 or 4 traits that I like in women. So my type: honest, open-minded, adventurous, and submissive. You could as well include physical traits. For example, I'm more into blonde, so I could include that as well, but I like to keep my profile as minimal as possible, so I just focused on the personality traits, and that kind of communicates, for example, a little bit more depth, a little bit more maturity, as if I had, for example, just put physical traits. And you might notice it, there is a nice progression in the way that I present those traits, from like more general to more specific, and all the way like down to the word submissive, which is the word in my profile that that hints at the sexual element without making it too obvious or too try hard, but does it in a nice and elegant way. Now about my photos. My photos aim at covering two of the three elements that I mentioned before, and those are what I physically look like and what I am like as a person. Now again, since my profile aims at screening for those girls that just want to have fun, that just want to have sex, the first photo that I've picked for my profile, which also does big part of the screening for me, is a photo of me choking one of my fuck buddies. And it's not like overtly sexual, it's actually shot in a very nice artistic kind of way. Kind of leaves the whole thing ambiguous and interesting. And what it does is it complements very well my bio, and specifically the word submissive, since it portrays me in a dominant role with my girl, and it gives like sort of proof to the girls of what they are to expect when they match with me. And it's a very bold photo, it draws a lot of attention, and even if it doesn't like initially like that photo appeals to the girls that see it on the dating app, what it does is it has this like shock factor, and it makes them curious, it is interesting, it makes them wanna check the rest of the profile. So the next two photos that I have is a very clear, very well lit photo of my face, and another very clear photo of what my body looks like. And it's very important to cover those aspects, the photo and your body shape, your body type, because nobody wants to go into a date without being like completely sure what the other person looks like. You don't want to be the catfish. You don't want to be the guy that fools the girls and gives them a false expectations, because that can cause you other problems later. And you don't want to leave this ambiguous. You just want to make it crystal clear what you look like, because a lot of times women, instead of like trying to figure out whether you're like skinny or fat or muscular or whatever, they're just not gonna do this. They're just gonna swipe left, and your opportunity there is gone. And then the next three photos of my profile show what I am like as a person. They show different aspects of my life. Now you see, when guys look for sex online, they usually, like 99% of the times, they do it in a very cringy way, uncalibrated way. They do it in just a disgusting way most of the time. So here you have to convey that you actually have a normal life, that you are a normal person. A lot of people are gonna think that it's about like displaying status or like some sort of like high value on the profile. No, it's only about showing that you are a normal person with a life, because women really appreciate that when the guy has like confidence in their sexuality and their skills, and they are a normal person. So the first of those three photos is a photo of me in Bali. My girlfriend actually took that photo, and it shows that I'm doing something interesting. I'm traveling to some exotic place with the beach. It shows that I have a life. The next photo is of me giving a speech. It's from my workplace, and it shows that people are interested in what I have to say. It shows that I have ambition. It shows that I'm doing something. It shows that I have a purpose. And the last one is me, my girlfriend, and some friends in the club. We're all having a good time. We're all smiling. It's a social environment, and it looks like we're doing something cool. Again, it shows that I have a life. And this is like the golden rule for me is to have at least 2 to 3 photos where they can see clearly what your face and your body looks like, what you are physically like, and then 3 to 4 photos where you convey different parts of your life. So in my case, the first picture with where I'm talking my fuck body is conveying something about my sexual life and my preferences. The photo where I'm in Bali, it shows something about my hobbies and interests, that I'm traveling and doing something interesting. The next one is like another area of my life that has to do with ambition and purpose. And finally, we have social life with friends. So again, to recap everything, you just want to keep this simple, minimal, straightforward, and you want to cover the main 3 elements that I mentioned before. You want to make clear what you look like, what you are like as a person, and what you are looking for. And again, do not try to imitate this profile. Do not try to go and take similar photos. You have to pick the photos that match the best what you are really as a person. And just have to have this variety of photos from different parts of your life and show all the interesting parts about you. It's about conveying confidence in your sexuality and that you are a normal person and not just some creep. Now, what we're gonna do in the next videos is I'm gonna show you a full breakdown of the texting that I have with a girl, like a full interaction from open to close, from the match, from the texting to taking her WhatsApp, texting her on WhatsApp, and then all the way to getting her to my place for a date and into the bedroom. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and make sure to click the notification bell so you will get updated, you will get notified when the part 2 of this little guide will be uploaded. So that's it for today. Until next time, thanks for watching.